I can also use deformation curves to edit my object. If you go to your modifiers panel and have your loft object selected, you can scroll down to the bottom, past the path parameters, to the deformations. I can scale my object, and when I click on this button, I get the Scale Deformation dialog. I can see the object in the x-axis, in the y-axis, or in both the x and y axes. I can swap deform curves. I can make the object symmetrical. I can move a control point. I can move a control point horizontally. I can move a control point vertically. I can scale a control point, insert a corner point, or I can insert a Bezier point. I can delete a control point, or I can reset the whole curve. So let's close this down a little bit so we can see how this works. I have my object down here, and if I adjust this curve, it's going to deform the object, scale, along the whole axis of the object. So if I move this point down with the Move tool, you can see that my object scales from 0 at the beginning of the object to 100% at the end of the object, and I can increase this to make it thicker at the end. I can add control points here, here, and here, and use the Move tool again to change the scale at different points in the object. I can also twist the object, and this works the same way, but instead of scale, I have twist in degrees. You can scroll up all the way to see all the degrees, and scroll down to see the degrees. So I can close this up so I can see my object at the same time. And if I drag this down, and you can see that the number of degrees is changing. And when I let go, you can see that it's twisted my object from minus 516 degrees to 0 degrees. And I can change these numerically. Let's change this to 1500. You can see it's twisted my object along the length. You can also use the teeter to teeter your object along its length. You can see it makes it a little more random. And you can use bevel and fit for other types of objects like extrude. The deformation curves give you control over your lofted object.